Shalom and welcome to my kitchen here in Israel. As I'm sure you know, the Jewish people have the weekly tradition of the Sabbath, or as we say in Hebrew, the Shabbat. It's a day when we disconnect from the world and we better connect with our faith and with God. You see, on the evening of Shabbat, on Friday night and on Saturday morning, we have another tradition, which is eating challah bread. We bake it before the Sabbath, and then we bless it on the Sabbath and eat it together as a family. So today, I want you to join me here in my kitchen as together we're going to make challah for Shabbat. Here are the ingredients that we are going to need to make challah. 8 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2.5 cups of warm water, around 110 degrees Fahrenheit for the yeast to activate, 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, half a cup of honey, 3 eggs, one of which will be used at the end for an egg wash, so set that one aside for now, and extra flour for kneading the dough. This will make 2 loaves of challah. You'll also need a large mixing bowl to make the dough in and something to cover the dough as it rises, like the kitchen cloth I'm using here, and 2 baking sheets that either have parchment paper or that they're lightly greased with oil. First things first, we have to activate the yeast. So take the warm water and pour it into a bowl and sprinkle the yeast over the water. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's all foamy at the top. If it isn't foamy, you'll have to try again until it activates. Next, in the large mixing bowl, add your honey, oil, 2 of your eggs, and salt, and beat that into a mixture. Then, slowly, 1 cup at a time, mix the flour in until your dough is all sticky and formed. Then, pour out some of your extra flour onto the cutting board or countertop. Pour the dough onto it and knead for a few minutes until it isn't sticky anymore. Now, take the dough and place it back into the bowl. Cover it and let it rise in a warm place for about 1.5 hours. All right, now let's look at the dough. It's time for magic. Wow! Let's put some more flour down, punch down the rest of the dough lightly, and then take some of the dough out so that we can shape it into the challah loaves. We start by dividing the dough right in the middle. Then we divide each half into thirds and roll out each third into a rope-like strand, about 1.5 inches thick and long. Now take 3 of the ropes, that will be for 1 challah, and begin braiding them by pinching and connecting them at the top, just like this. The 3 braids of the challah symbolize these 3 things: truth, peace, and justice. Once you've braided the ropes all the way through, pinch each end down at the bottom to make sure that it's all connected. Once you've braided your 2 loaves, place 1 on each of your greased baking sheets, cover with towels, and once again, let them rise for about an hour. When they're rising, make sure to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, you are doing great, and we are almost done. After the hour has passed, now beat the remaining egg that you put on the side. Brush an egg wash over each braid. This is going to make it beautiful and brown. Then place the loaves into the oven and bake it for about 40 minutes or until the top is golden brown. Once you see that beautiful golden brown of your challahs, take out the loaves, let them cool, and then serve. Each week on the Sabbath, we literally break bread. This is also known as making the bracha, the blessing over the challah. And so before we even take 1 bite of the bread, we say this Hebrew prayer: Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz, which means, blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has brought forth bread from the earth. We then rip or cut the challah into pieces, we dip it in salt, and we pass it around for everyone at the table to enjoy. We do this to show our gratitude to God. We bless Him, we thank Him, and we share with our loved ones. Thank you so much for joining me here in my kitchen as we made challah together. This was very fun, and I hope that you enjoyed as well. I'm going to enjoy this challah with my family, and I hope you eat it and find it delicious. Let me know in the comments. Shalom and Shabbat Shalom from here in the Holy Land.